maybe we are just smooth the whole way.
Yeah. Do I have anything in my teeth? No.
No, you don't. Can I keep that one in, please?
Okay. Uh-oh, it's already filming. Yeah.
So welcome to this space. It's really exciting for me to talk to you today, but generally to have this project of having conversations about what actually is integrity, or how do we experience it in our lives, and why is it even important, which I invited a couple of people to, and you're one of them. And for everyone who's watching, who will be watching, as a small introduction, we met in Magdalena Musiala and I, the woman that I'm talking to today. We met in 2006, so it's 12 years ago this year in autumn, in Strasbourg.
Dun, dun, dun.
5. No, yes. Oh my God, this is the second time that I'm off for a year in the second interview. Damn. Yes, it's true, 2005, because in 6 we were already working together. Okay. So we met in 2005 in Strasbourg in a or a training course on intercultural dialogue in the local space. And the moment that I remember that we personally met actually was when you told about Camp Rising Sun. And I started crying because it touched me so much to hear about this program to support leadership in young women from all over the world. And since then we've been working together there, and we've become friends. And we've had a lot of very interesting and inspiring conversations, I find, and also experienced a couple of moments where this subject of integrity maybe came up. So I'm very curious to see what this conversation will bring us.
Could you tell me a little about the project? Like, what do you hope for? What would you?
Yes. The subject of integrity, I've received the feedback often that when I talk about the subject, it's so abstract or it's so big, and it feels very intangible for many people. And at the same time, I observe that it's almost what we strive, like everyone's kind of fighting to keep their integrity. So I thought it would be interesting to just explore the subject a bit more and make it something that comes from people's lives rather than a theory or such a high, whatever, perfectionism. Yeah. So this is where I come from. And I wonder if you would like to say a few words about what you do or who you are besides my introduction.
Yes, I thought, okay, I'm putting this on, I thought.
Yes.
Going back to, I think, like 1999 or something, when I got it, or even 96, when I was a camper myself, when I was a participant in that program, a leadership program. And I exchanged this for something else. I don't know what I gave out. And then I kept wearing it, and I thought people are probably gonna think I'm in my pajamas, but I'm not. Which is the stereotype of a mom with small babies, that you stay in your pajamas. So I'm a mom with small babies, two who are 6 months and 1 day, and one who is 3 years and 8 months or something like that. And I have some space for thinking now, because I'm I'm away from work, and I'm thinking a lot about what I have done, what I want to do again, what I appreciate, what I think is like completely crazy of the things I've done. I used to wear this a lot at university in my law studies, and I think it's I connect. It used to be the word dream that I connect with, and now I call it purpose. Something I constantly, like, I have OCD for purpose, like obsessive disorder. I ask people about their purpose or what they really want, and it's maybe a strange question, but it's really the thing I'm most interested in.
I remember this moment when you visited me in Berlin, in this little apartment with the 2 floors. You remember my roommate? You asked the first question you asked my roommate, who I was living with, and I think he was shooting, like he was doing some kind of commercial film or something like that at the time. And you met, and the first question you asked him, so what do you dream about in your life? Or so what do you want to do with your life? And he was like, this was hilarious. He was like, and it's changed, like it really totally changed the atmosphere in the room from strangers meeting. Well, I wasn't a stranger to both of you, but like, so yeah, it's a strange question, but it also is very powerful, I think.
I need to pause because Miro is crying.
We're back.
Yes. So time to think over there. If I should summarize a little bit more, I think that based on my experience at this leadership program and some other I collected, not based on my losses, I have been living my dream of working with like leadership development and collaboration for the past 12 years as a trainer, more now as a facilitator, which I like, the role I like more. And I was introduced to social entrepreneurship right in the beginning of like jumping into this work. And I just found it even more meaningful to help people who are starting up, like, some kinds of projects or businesses that are about well, social challenges or environmental challenges, or things that affect society. So that's what I've been doing a lot of.
Yeah. And so let's dig a little bit into this question. What does integrity mean for you? Do you have do you have an idea of what it means, or is it, like where?
I got a little worried when I saw your email. I'm like, is integrity authenticity? Because I use the word authenticity for myself. That's something I like, leading with authenticity, or being authentic has struck a chord with me. So and recently I was asked to I went to see a woman because I think that I still lose the power of my voice in different settings. And I thought I needed some voice exercises, and she asked me instead to write a list of the values I have, of what's most important for me.
Yes.
Because it's when I'm off that I get insecure and I lose my power. So that's a clue for me. whether it's integrity or authenticity, I would say for me they're close or similar or synonyms. And then recently thinking a lot about what am I going to put on that list.
So of values, on that list of values.
Yeah. So integrity would be to live with those values, to make decisions, small, big ones, every day, based on those values. To feel more comfortable and maybe more powerful if I need.
And does it, so you actually already started a little bit about this. What my next question would be is, how does it feel in your body to feel authentic, or feel, since it's for you synonyms, feel that you are in integrity? How does it feel in your body, or how do you notice that there's something off, maybe, or a question?
So my best examples are talking to friends, and to good friends that I feel good about. Now, right now, just a little nervous. Someone will wake up again, but otherwise, you're one of these where I get access to my brain when I talk to you. That's really nice. I catch myself when I repeat things. Can Miro join the conversation?
Yes.
I'll come in.
Let's see if he's comfortable with that.
Yes. So in conversations where I feel I feel comfortable to think out loud, to not just repeat myself and say things that I've already rehearsed. I feel whole and authentic, I would say. And then there are other conversations. Whatever the language, I lose my words. That's the first sign. Like it seems like I can't find my thoughts or my words. I run out of things to think about or to share. And then also my voice lowers. So people tell me to repeat myself a lot. And this is in one-on-one conversations. At work with groups or with bigger groups, I can get into a state where I feel first of all, I don't have to be afraid of this group. I'm not afraid. I believe in what we're gonna do, or I believe in what I'm saying, or it's a place where I feel like I'm gonna give them something that might be useful. That I'm not just pushing, or that's pushing things on a group or exercises or whatever. Then I'm very, very grounded and very strong and authentic, and people definitely hear me, hear my voice.
I find it very interesting what you just said, because this term repetition has been repeated a couple of times now, and like at the same time you shared that you have been working with the similar subjects for the last 12 years, or actually I think if you can probably even longer, if you take all the comprising sun work that you've done before, no? So you've done it many times in a way, working with groups and this work about purpose, but at the same time it feels authentic, or you are in integrity when you're not repeating yourself, when you're not saying something that you've said previously, but in a way adjusted to the context of the moment. That's how I understand. Yeah. So that in a way still new, even though it comes with all of this experience.
I was thinking about conversations with people, like with one-on-one. It sucks to just say, like, to repeat.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to give you this that I already told someone else. But for sure, that's something else. I feel like I want to take another step, or do things, work differently next year, because it's the repetition that's not what feels like repetition. Is not so fun. What feels like starting from the beginning, kind of having the same setup of working with groups, that's not so fun. And maybe I'm not as present, or I can't be as present, as interested, and as authentic. Feels like it's gonna be repetition. So that's
yeah. And so your voice was one. Your voice, like the actual area also of the voice, and the words is things that you connect to losing your integrity, or like when you notice that, okay, there's something that I need to take care of.
Oh yeah. I can. I get so tense. Like this woman could hear it. Like this.
Yeah.
Actually tense here.
Yes.
You can't bring out much voice.
And so do you have kind of practices or tools to feel whole again when this happens? So it, like, I mean, now recently you went to this woman, I heard her get more full, but is there something you already know, something you already do?
I've already I have already had like a session with you on this, on like how I feel with different languages, and I remember a lot about breathing. Just like prepare to breathe, whatever situation you're in, and remember, if you don't breathe, for sure no
What will come out.
I also really like, wherever I am, like, you can be scared, but don't tighten your ass. That thing I've learned from you. So feet on the ground, and the last time I used this was I think 2 weeks ago. We had a name giving ceremony for Marcel and Miro and Milia. And I really wanted to do this, and Maddie inspired me to do it, and I've been thinking about it. And then it was me and Marcus who were gonna, show up and give something to our children, or also to us as a family, the closest family gathered, but still we wanted it to be a moment, like, I just kept thinking about it for many weeks, and how to do it and how to create a moment. And then the night before, I decided I'm gonna ask the group to help me sing. And suddenly I felt like I'm gonna be scared, but I don't have to tighten my I can feel the ground, and like try and feel my feet and the ground. And I sang my heart out. I just managed to stand there which I haven't done many times. I've spoken, but not sung. But I wanted to do it, and I wanted a million to think, oh, that's something you can do, you know. And I did it. So that's knowing I'll be scared, doing it anyway, feeling my legs, not tightening my ass, and breathing. So my voice comes from lower in my body, like my stomach. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
And this is a very nice story. Thank you for sharing that.
It filled me up. It's really yes, it was a moment in all of this, like things to do, and all everyday conversations perhaps, and wanting to just be together doing something else. So yeah, it was, and I with that added courage.
Yeah.
So maybe when I feel authentic, it's also when I feel like I've used some courage, like I've used done used a little bit more of myself.
Do you, because this is something I've been thinking about a lot, is it's so both authenticity and purpose and integrity, they're all like in a way so important concepts or drivers, motivators, and they can sometimes feel a bit, they can become as if holy or like something that is kind of as if disconnected from everyday life, or you know, like this is my everyday life and this is where I do the purpose work or whatever. But I wonder if you have any thoughts or experiences from how you see this in your daily life, like in this, I don't know, in the supermarket or at home or the bus driver or in, yeah.
I recognize that it's I've fallen into this trap that purpose is one thing, and this one big thing. It should be really big, and otherwise it doesn't count. And I've worked with so many people who have this one big thing, and I felt very insecure about not having it, or mine didn't sound like it. Mine couldn't be pitched with an elevator pitch. So feeling whole is something I can, like, on an everyday basis. I still you know, and I need to work with something or spend my time on something that feels meaningful for a big part of the time. So maybe that's something like purpose or a little bigger goal that's worth thinking about. Do you want to practice your crawling skills? Okay. He's very close. Very close. Yes. He is so close. And now I don't know, maybe I can think of something for myself, but I so much enjoy meeting people that seem like they're doing what they're good at and what they enjoy. Like the million goes to New Daycare, and there are two of the teachers. One has been there 14 years, one 25. And they are like, they're just outstanding. And I trusted them from the first moment. I love seeing, like, they enjoy what they do. They've been there for a long time, and they're so good at it. So I'm thinking, they're like, good for them. They're in the right place. And how excellent people can be working with small children. And there are lots of people who just see it as a, you know, or get hired perhaps just as a whatever job. But people, I love meeting people who are just excellent. I've been around nurses a lot. In the 6 months ago, there was, and also like just excellence, and there was so many where I felt like experience and excellence, and they walk into the room and they lighted my mind, knew knew how to approach me, and knew exactly what was needed as well. So that's purpose. That's and now for me, I've been a bit like, I've occupied my mind with things like, okay, now that I'm a mom, should we like make an extra effort to live on purpose or authentically in every part of our life? So, for example, like seriously, I've been thinking about like the way we live, like apartment, energy wasting, setup. Is this the time where we move to an eco village? No, because it's maybe our children right now, they don't hear so much of what we're saying. They learn most from how we're doing things and how we live. And that's not authentic, like it's not in line with my values to live here where I just see there's so much waste, and I don't have the time or space to work and do something about it in a setting like this. So I got very, like, drawn into that, thinking about maybe combining work and life with little ones. There's the second one who wants to join. It's pretty easy to make the choice, but I had to make it on bi-weekly basis to see where I was spending the most time. Is it the right? Like,
yeah.
Hello.
Hello. So this is Marcel.
Okay, what should we do? Maybe I can take this down. I'll take down the computer to their level.
Okay.
With them. Just for a moment. Just for a moment.
Can I just like what I heard from, or what I found interesting from what you said before, the two aspects. One is that, like, reflecting from what you experience with the nurses or with the kindergarten teachers or people, there's something about that they're doing their job well, but in it is also something about how they meet you and the children, no? Like they act, like part of their job is not only the factual tasks, but the awareness for the relationship, maybe, or the awareness for the context in which they move the person which they meet.
Yeah, it's they're stepping in as themselves, doing much more than their role.
And then this aspect about decisions, in a way, making the decision again and again, like there's something that makes it alive or movable, or it's not just something that happens. Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, when it's so many things that don't feel quite right in everyday life, like how did we do this, how did we handle this conflict, how did we decide on what to do together, and there it's like, okay, this didn't work well, we can do it differently.
So reacting to the discomfort or to the things that didn't work yet, and like finding new solutions and new approaches.
Yeah, and when that's the kindest I can be to myself, like stop and do it differently, instead of, oh, this doesn't work, it's never gonna work, I'm gonna feel uncomfortable. But you're not so comfortable, Miro. You're not living with your purpose now. What's your purpose? Eat, I think, and to crawl.
Well, maybe I should let them have their mom again. Can I ask you one final question? It's similar to one that I asked you previously, but just a little bit different. Is there something that you would like to share with others as a practice or a tool or something that they could try out for this intention of feeling more whole, this in moments where it's challenging or there's a wish for more whole sensation?
What first came to me is like, gratitude is the shit. It solves every single like mind, like when my mind gets stuck on things that I'm not happy about. Like, it's a trick, because it's really a trick. I'm like, okay, Magdalena, what are you what are you grateful for in this relationship, and with this person that's annoying you, with this apartment and this house that seems like it's energy wasting. So what are you grateful for? It's almost instant relief for me right now. It's a trick, and somehow I feel like I do need this asking myself from time to time, what's something bigger I want to be part of. It's annoying because it gets me into this like, am I doing enough? It's connected to those kinds of thoughts. Like I should already be doing something very, very big. And but the positive side is like it inspires me. Big picture has always inspired me, so I need that, and also these small everyday decisions, or even the best everyday thing is small conversations that make me feel good. So when I'm off, talking to the right person can just completely relax me and make me feel like it's all right. I'm whole. I haven't lost part of me, or part of my heart. Yeah. Yeah.
Great. Thank you.
Thanks for making this visible. And thank you to Miro and Marcel for showing up.